Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back with some exciting news or disappointing news depending on how you view it. Naruto's getting a live action. So this shouldn't be very surprising. I mean, One Piece got a live action, Avatar got a live action. It was just a matter of time until Naruto would get one. And yeah, I have mixed feelings about this, but let's get over all the information we have so far. So unlike the One Piece live action and the Avatar live action, this is not going to be a series, it appears. It seems to be a movie. This is very confusing to me because Naruto in one movie, I mean, I assume we're gonna get it's gonna be a movie series or something, but this is very confusing because I don't think you can put everything in one movie. But you know, we'll see. I don't know how they're gonna do it, if they're gonna start from Naruto Classic and then, you know, do it chronologically. I have no idea. But the movie is already in pre-production with a global casting search to cast Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. So this means, or I assume this means, that Kakashi has already been casted. I believe they probably have some big Hollywood role play Kakashi. Otherwise, I would be confused why they're not searching for Kakashi right now. So I believe that Kakashi's already been casted. The director of the movie will be Destin Daniel Cretton, which is the Spider-Man director of Brand New Day. I'm not a Spider-Man fan. I watched some of the movies, but I don't know much about it, so I know, hate on me, but you can tell me in the comments what that means. I've heard he's a good director, so I guess that's positive. Let's take a look at the casting call though, because I think it reveals the most we're gonna get from the live action. Naruto, male 16 to 20 to play a 16-year-old. Okay, so this could mean two things. Either they're just gonna start at Shippuden, which would be a little bit, I mean, that would leave out too much information, I think, and it could be possible considering how most viewers are Naruto fans and probably already know the events. So I think what they're gonna do is that they age up the characters. So we're gonna get Naruto Classic and they're just gonna age them up to be 16-year-old instead of 12, which I think makes sense. Having a live action with a bunch of kids is not easy. The acting probably wouldn't be very good, so I'm very glad for this decision if that's true. And then I guess we can assume that in Shippuden they're going to be adults, which also makes sense because in the story itself they're just these little kids being, you know, soldiers and being in these horrific situations, and I'd rather see a person that's a bit older be in those situations than a little kid. So yes, that's probably a good decision to make. They're looking for a mixed race Asian or an Asian person, and I've seen a lot of outrage about this and I don't understand why. Was it not clear from the beginning on that Naruto is not white? Like, why are we so surprised that they're looking for Asian actors? So as far as I can tell, this probably comes from this one interview here where Kishimoto gets asked, if an American Naruto live action film ever got made, who do you see playing as Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke? And Kishimoto answers with, Naruto has blue eyes and blonde hair, so any child actor in America could play him. Maybe Sasuke would be someone Japanese American, and Sakura someone European. I'm not all that familiar with the names of child actors. I only remember Dakota Fanning. I love movies and know actors' faces, but not the names. I think what people kind of misunderstand here is that they think that these would be the canon races of the Naruto characters, but I don't think so. I think Kishimoto probably just understood, okay, an American live action, who could play a character that looks close to a character, and since Naruto has blue eyes and, you know, blonde hair, an American actor who has blonde hair and blue eyes could play him, but Sasuke, for example, he has dark hair and dark eyes, so, you know, most Americans don't really have those features, I guess. So that's kind of his logic here. But we have these drawings that Kishimoto made of Naruto and how he'd look like realistically, also of Sasuke and Sakura, and they look very Japanese to me, so I don't think he was ever intended to be white. I think that's just him having blue eyes and blonde hair. It's anime, you know? I mean, Sakura has pink hair, Conan has blue hair, we have all these crazy hair colors. This is just normal for anime. People have green hair, blue hair, pink hair, purple hair, all kinds of hair colors. That does not make them less Japanese. I think people are taking fiction a bit too serious. Like, him having blue eyes, I don't think that means anything. It's just a design choice because it stands out more. I think this is just a design choice, and Naruto is a very bright character and he has that sun symbolism and Sasuke has this moon symbolism, so it makes sense that Naruto is drawn in those bright colors while Sasuke is more in those dark colors. And yeah, I don't understand why people are mad at this, but anyways, let's keep reading. Lean, athletic physique, and this is another very interesting point because this shouldn't be interesting, but it is interesting if we look at, for example, the casting of Avatar: The Last Airbender and the accuracy. So you see, these characters need to be, or at least are presented to be, elite fighters. Like, take a look at Azula's little trio with Mei and Ty Lee. They're supposed to be very athletic, and I just don't see it. And I don't think this is offensive to say. I think a character that is supposed to be very active and athletic should also get played by an actor who is very active and athletic. I don't think this is weird to say at all. I think this is really weird that people get offended by this. The casting is not accurate to what the characters look like, and I'm glad that they specifically point this out in this casting call because this is important. Those are ninja, you know, they have to be athletic. It just doesn't work otherwise. They cannot be, I don't know, chubby or whatever. It doesn't work. I'm very glad for this decision. He's expressive and energetic, incredibly impulsive, talks too much, laughs at weird moments, and doesn't care who hears him. But you'll never meet anyone with a bigger heart, and this is so Naruto. He has a strong sense of righteousness and a mouth that gets him in trouble. Underneath the attitude is a kid who's felt out of place his whole life, and the secrets of his past are a source of deep pain. But they drive Naruto to adapt and keep forging ahead to claim his place in the world. Yes, that's totally Naruto, and I think this is very Genin Naruto. I think my theory is very accurate to what they're gonna do, that they're just gonna do like classic and age them up, because this sounds like Naruto and classic to me. Experience in martial arts, dance, movement, gymnastics or parkour is a plus. Must speak English fluently. Okay, this is good. This is good. Their experience in martial arts, dance, movement, gymnastic or parkour makes a lot of sense. Again, I'm glad that they put this there. Now let's take a look at Sasuke. Male, 16 to 20 to play 16-year-old, Asian or mixed race Asian, lean, athletic physique. He's intelligent but distant and a star ninja. His competitive drive can make him come off like a jerk, and his silence or bluntness makes him intimidating to others. The trauma of losing his family when he was young made him grow up faster than his peers. Experience in martial arts, dance, movement, gymnastics or parkour. Okay, this is what we had with Naruto too. But like again, I think this description of his personality is not Shippuden Sasuke at all. This seems very like classic Sasuke, and this is obviously a very accurate description of how Sasuke is like. Let's take a look at Sakura, female 60. Okay, I'm gonna skip over this. Athletic tone, physique, strong-willed, ambitious. She carries herself with elegance and authority, though often perceived as a privileged rich girl. I don't think Sakura was ever meant to be rich or was perceived as a rich girl, but maybe this just means that they're gonna give her a bit more backstory, which I'd be fine with. I don't think she was ever shown to be rich or anything. Maybe this is like a defense mechanism she has built after getting bullied to just, you know, make herself look rich. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this is just gonna mean that we're gonna get more backstory of Sakura, which wouldn't be bad. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, tell me what you think about this. I'm not so sure. She longs for respect of those she cares about. Her sharp mind and attention to detail make her a natural leader, while her polished, high-achieving persona conceals deep insecurities. Experience in martial arts, dance, movement, gymnastics, parkour. Okay, so what I find very interesting about this description is, you know, every other description of Sakura I'd read of Genin Sakura, because this is definitely Genin Sakura. My theory is probably correct. Her love for Sasuke isn't mentioned here, which is very good and interesting because I think they're gonna focus less on it in this live action, and I'm very glad about that because, you know, like I said, most descriptions I've read of Sakura, especially in classic, is like a girl in love and, you know, very stereotypical. And this is a really nice description of Sakura without like her love for Sasuke, so I really like this. So far, this casting and also like the live action seems very promising. The deadline is July 22nd and the commitment will start from January to August 2027, and no acting experience is required. So this is also very interesting. We're gonna have like the focus is probably on them just, you know, being accurate to how the characters would be. I think so far this seems very promising actually. I think we all just have been very traumatized by all the live actions we've recently gotten. I have to say I did like the One Piece live action. I think it was good, but Avatar The Last Airbender live action was very disappointing and very bad in my opinion. I want to make a video about that too, but like I just can't get myself to finish the second season. I just can't. It's so bad and I hate it. I hate it so much, but you know, I just hope this is going to be accurate. You guys let me know about your opinion about this live action. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you just want to stop with all the live actions? What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you soon again. Bye!